Hey, I want to welcome you to our 66-day challenge group. You're here. I'm so excited that you are. And I'm going to just hit all the highlights just so that you're going to be totally ready and prepared for Monday, the day we start. So this will run for 66 days. We will begin on June 6th. On Monday. You probably already have everything that you need, but just in case you don't, I want to just kind of hit all the high spots. I will elaborate on so much of this throughout our 66 day, especially in the first week or two. But for right now, I just want you to know what you need to have on hand. So this is like day 000. This is like get started, and this will not be your typical video because this one may go a little bit longer, but I'm going to be covering a whole lot of things. Each day I will just hit highlights and tips on something specific, and every single day I'll have the video labeled day 1 and the topic, day 2 and the topic, so that you'll know. So before I get started with what all you're going to need, let's cover this. I want to make sure that you're staying up to speed with the whole group. So every day, check the video. Just go into the group, look for the day that we're on, and watch that video. It's going to be live. These aren't pre-recorded. I go in there live every day, but you don't have to be there when I'm there. Isn't that good? So we don't have to be on the same schedule. And it may be that you get behind a day or even two on a rare occasion. But please make sure that you're watching and that you're also commenting and interacting with every single one. I am going to do my very level best to ask a specific question for you to give your specific answer to every single day. That will be your response in the comments. Now, I'm also going to attempt, this is something a little bit new I haven't done in previous ones. Normally I have each member to post a selfie and give a little brief bio on themselves before getting started. Some people don't feel real comfortable doing that. Maybe the technicalities of it is a little bit stretching for you. So I'm going to do my best to do that for you. But you're going to then go in under your particular one and just say hey to the group, what you would like to experience from this group, what your expectations might be, your excitement level, maybe your dread, whatever it might be. I want you to know this is a group where you can be yourself, you can be real, and this is real life, and nobody's going to reprimand you, for being real. Now, we want to keep things on the positive side, of course, so we don't want to all turn into negative Nellies, and I don't think you will. I think you're going to love this. But I do want us to feel like this is a safe zone where you can really say what's on your mind. All right, so back to what I started with. What do you need? So, first thing, make sure that you have lemons. So we are going to start off every single morning with lemon water. You want to try to do organic. If you can't do organic, it's okay. Just do not ever put a lemon in a juicer that is not organic, or any vegetable or fruit for that matter. So you're only squeezing the juice and pulp out of a lemon, and the rind is not going to be touched. Normally that is the dirty part of the lemon, but I like to take all precautions and stay away from anything that's been sprayed down with pesticides. All right, so you need lemons. We're going to mix 1 whole lemon. So if you don't have a little squeezer juicer thing, it's okay. You can squeeze out your own juice. I have one of those old-fashioned, you cut the lemon in half and just rind it down on there and squeeze out all the juice, and it kind of catches the seeds. Now, you're going to mix that with 8 ounces of water every single morning. First thing, within 30 minutes of waking, you're going to drink 8 ounces of freshly squeezed lemon water. Now, you can do this the night ahead and keep it in your refrigerator, and it will last up to 24 hours. I wouldn't keep it longer than that. That is if you're in a big rush in the morning and you just need a little time help, okay? The next thing is apple cider vinegar. Now, we're not going to use this one probably right away, so you've got a week to get this. But apple cider vinegar, and I recommend the Bragg's brand, Braggs. Buy it organic. Bragg's is organic, and it has the mother. So make sure, and by the mother, what I mean is you'll see all the cloudiness in that vinegar. That's the good stuff, and you want to make sure that's what you're getting. Look for Bragg's. Go ahead and get a big bottle of this, and you're going to keep it, and it's not going to go bad. And then you're going to need to be able to make a smoothie. If you have a high-speed blender or a NutriBullet or some kind of a high-speed little blender, it doesn't have to be a big full size. Mine is the big full size, and I make them for me and Duncan. We have a smoothie every single day. So I fill up that thing, and we drink 16-ounce smoothies, each one of us a day. So I have a 32-ounce blender. It's a high-speed blender. A NutriBullet works just fine, especially if it's just for you, because that makes one good size, and NutriBullet makes full size blenders as well. I don't know what you have, but I'm sure you probably have one. If you don't, a little NutriBullet is very inexpensive, so you can pick something like that up at Amazon, Walmart, or whatever. All right, let me tell you what goes in the smoothie. Now, I have a smoothie right here, right now, and it looks green. Delicious. I love these. Now, it has organic, everything in it's organic. Baby spinach, whole-size carrots, whole-size celery, and organic frozen mixed berries. You can buy the organic frozen mixed berries at any grocery store, Food Lion, Walmart, Lidl's, BJ's, Trader Joe's, anywhere. Drinking a smoothie or having a boiled egg every day for your first meal after you have been fasting for 16 hours is going to be your best bet. Do you know why? Because it's soft, it's full of nutrition, and it's easy to digest. That's very important when you break your fast. Your enzymes are low. You want something that's very easy to digest. I fill my blender about 2/3 full, at least half full, with spinach. I just kind of pack it in there. Then I put, if I was just doing it for me, 1 celery stalk, 1 whole carrot, or at least a half a carrot, and then about a cup of frozen berries, and then 2 scoops of protein powder with your 8 ounces of water. Now, when you're doing 16 ounces, you need two servings, so that'd be 4 scoops, okay? So the protein powder that I use comes from Melaleuca. I think probably you're already a shopper with Melaleuca. If you aren't, you might want to hear more about this wellness store. I get everything from Melaleuca. Okay, so it's an amazing store, and the prices are great, and the quality is top notch. All right, so you want to do your servings of protein powder according to however much water. I suggest a 16-ounce smoothie. Maybe you can't drink that much. Maybe just an 8-ounce smoothie. It's okay either way. Do the same amount of veggies and fruit that I told you. All right, so I use the protein powder from Melaleuca. If you are staying away from dairy for whatever reason, then you need to stick totally with the plant-based protein powder. I will elaborate more on protein. I'll give a whole little segment to protein one day. If you have questions, text me, call me, or whatever if you're trying to get your protein and not sure about that. Now, the next thing is not edible. This is keto strips. I have found that Walmart is out of stock on these for some reason all of a sudden, but I've always gotten mine from Walmart. You can get these at any local drugstore, and they are just keto strips. They come in a little canister of 50, normally it's 50 to a canister. They're normally less than $10. I've gotten them as low as $6.99, $5.99. So they're not very expensive, and you pee on these, or you catch your urine, dip these in, and check your ketones. I will explain more about this later. You don't have to have those on day 1 or day 2 or day 3. Your first week, you're going to be okay. We're just transitioning into ketosis with your fasting on week 1. The main thing is doing your fast and then breaking your fast correctly. Like I said, you can have eggs to break your fast. So I always use organic eggs. Now, they just have not been as highly pasteurized either. And if you get them, well, they are pasteurized if you're buying them from a grocery store. If you get organic eggs, farm-grown eggs from your local farmer, they have not been pasteurized. They're going to have a whole lot more nutrition in them than you're going to be able to get from an egg at the grocery store. However, I normally do get my organic eggs at the grocery store because my organic farmer is no longer totally organic and feeds their chickens some things that, anyway, you just never know. Check out your farmers if you're buying from the farmers. But the good news is they aren't pasteurized, and so all of the good stuff in the eggs not being zapped out of it. But I do get mine from the grocery store. Buy organic if you can. If you can't, it's okay. Let's start where you are. And then just 1 egg, 2 eggs, 3 eggs, however much you think you want. You might be starving your first few days. It's okay to have 2 or 3 eggs. You won't continue to do that so much, but it's all right. And if you're getting good quality eggs, it's not bad for you. Now, if your cholesterol, your bad cholesterol is through the roof, your good cholesterol is very low, let me know and we can talk about that as well. I want to work with each one of you on an individual basis, and I really do want to hit your specific needs. All right, the other thing that you might want to have is just have some clean meat. Now, I limit our meat mostly to organic grass-fed beef. Mostly that's hamburger. Now, you can also get that at any grocery store. I get 3 pounds at a time. They're packaged in 1 pound packages at BJ's Warehouse normally because the pricing is a little bit better. But you're going to find, and the prices have gone up in the last year on this, but you're going to find 1 pound of hamburger. You're probably going to pay somewhere between $6 and $8 for that 1 pound. You're going to think, wow, that's a lot, and it is. But you are going to be able to get 4 patties out of that. So I take 1 little square pound of that, cut it in 4s, make 4 patties, and 1 patty or 2 patties per meal is plenty. The other one is free-range organic chicken, or at least chicken without all the antibiotics, nitrates, all of the stuff. Okay. So just be aware of labels, and, labels can be deceptive, I understand, but you don't want all that added junk. When it says no hormones ever, no antibiotics ever, that's good. All right, so chicken. It doesn't have to be chicken breast. It can be any part of the chicken. I like to get a whole chicken and cook it and then keep the broth, put it in my freezer. You're going to be happy about that in the fall and in the winter when you want to make some really good soup. The next thing, you want to have a good multivitamin and a good probiotic. I get mine from Melaleuca. I highly recommend theirs for one simple reason. First of all, the pricing is great. The quality is high. But the one reason that I really love so much, even more than all that, is their oligo system, their patented oligo system. It creates in your system the resistance to the vitamins and minerals and supplements from crystallizing in the stomach acid and allows them actually to get into the intestine to be fully absorbed. So most of the time when you're taking vitamins and supplements, you're losing so much because they are not getting absorbed. They're crystallizing in the stomach acid. Third meat is wild caught salmon. Be cautious of farm-raised seafood. Now, I personally normally stay away from shellfish, although I love it. I just keep my seafood mostly to wild caught salmon, and there are 2 reasons for that. Most of it is farm raised and it's not fresh caught, And also, shellfish are bottom dwellers. So think about what they're eating off the bottom of the ocean, okay? All right, now, you hear me continue to say mostly, usually. Y'all, this is real life. Sometimes we are going to be able to come off of the beaten path and do something a little bit different on a rare occasion. But don't make it your norm. So let the things that I've mentioned be your normal. And then we will talk, I'll do a whole other segment in veering off the beaten path, okay? If you also want to have some fruit on hand, now I don't do a lot of extra fruit because I put the frozen berries in my smoothie. Frozen berries or any kind of berries are going to be lower on the glycemic index. I'll do a whole other segment on glycemic index and why that's important. But when you're eating that gives me enough fruit every day. I don't need all this other. Now I also keep some kind of mixed nuts or at least some cashews. If you like those raw and you can find those raw that are unsalted and unroasted, that's great. That's always better for you. I do that a lot of times, especially if I'm mixing some kind of trail mix. But if I'm just eating nuts, I'm going to be honest with you. I like them roasted. And I like a little bit of salt on mine. I know salt is bad. We're going to have another segment on that too. So just be very, very conscientious about that. I usually buy the roasted cashews with half the salt, or if I can buy it with sea salt, that's always better. All right. And I don't eat a lot of those. Also seeds, like sunflower seeds. All of those things are made for you to just have as a little handful of something here and there when you're really hungry. I keep a thing of cashews in my car, but I don't break my fast with nuts or seeds because they're a little bit harder on the digestive system. So again, smoothie and eggs are your best bet for that. Raw vegetables are very hard on the digestive system as well. Just some veggies, carrots and celery. You're going to have that anyway with your smoothies, so keeping that on hand. I like to have that as a snack sometimes with some guacamole. Now, I don't always make my guacamole. As a matter of fact, I normally don't. I buy the Holy Guacamole. That's spelled W-H-O-L-L-Y, Holy Guacamole. You can get that at any grocery store. Trader Joe's has a brand of guacamole that I love. But just some good, clean guacamole, okay? So that is great to dip your carrots and or celery in rather than peanut butter or cheese, okay? So it's awesome, and that way you're getting more veggies in, and the guacamole is awesome because avocado is good for you. Now, the other thing is water. You want to have plenty of water. If you want to drink tap water, that's your business. I don't. I drink bottled water. I know bottled water has its own cons as well. LeBleu water, L-E-B-L-E-U is how you spell that. That is the best water if you can find it. It's really hard to find, but Food Lion carries it. I know, or not all of them, but most of the Food Lions do. Or you can order the 5-gallon of water straight from LeBleu. Good luck with that because they have not been very responsive. But that is a good water. It's a good tasting water. It's not treated. It's really filtered, and it also contains minerals. All right, so that is awesome. Day number 1, you are not going to eat until a specific time each day. I am recommending that you start doing a 16-hour fast. So the night before, on Sunday night, you eat whenever you want to. Normally, I finish my last meal before 6 o'clock in the evening, and I don't eat anything else, only drink water for the remaining part of the evening. And then the next day, I don't eat again until at least 12 o'clock. And normally for me, it's 2 o'clock. So I go from 2 to 6. 2 to 6 is a 4-hour window. I'm recommending that you stay in an 8-hour window of eating for your first week. So you're going to fast for 16 hours. You're going to eat for 8. So that would normally look like you eat maybe at 12 o'clock or whatever time your normal lunchtime would be, and then eat for your last meal of the day, your normal dinner time. And then in between, you can have a healthy snack. That's where the celery or carrots and guacamole comes in so great. All right, or you could have a smoothie again, or just a protein shake, protein powder with water. So for me, I don't normally have a snack because I don't usually get hungry. But your window of eating, you're not on a diet during that window, but you're also not on a crazy splurge either. So you want to just eat good, highly dense nutrition, good quality food, eat when you're hungry, don't overeat, eat to break your fast, eat for your last meal, and then fast for 16 hours. So if you're not eating by your last time you eat in the evening is 8 o'clock, and then you don't eat again until 12 o'clock the next day, that's 16 hours, and then your eating window 12 to 8. Adjust it for your schedule. I don't know when you need to eat lunch. I don't know when you need to eat dinner. But for me, mine works from 12 to 8, and then narrow down maybe from 1 to 8, and then narrow down maybe from 2 and back up. So anyway, what I've narrowed down to is just 4 hours of eating on a normal day. Sometimes I go for a whole 8-hour eating window. We'll talk about that too, and adjusting all of those things. But for week 1, you're going to fast 16 hours, you're going to eat 8 hours, and you're going to drink half of your body weight in ounces of water every single day. So take your weight, divide that in half. That's how many ounces you need. Your lemon water first thing in the morning can count for that. Now, you're not going to drink anything but water and then that lemon water in the morning. You can have coffee if you drink it black, or if you use 100% organic stevia extract. Hear what I'm saying? Not Truvia, not stevia products from your grocery store. Read labels. It's not just stevia. What I buy, and I get mine from Trader Joe's. If you're not close to a Trader Joe's, you can order the Trader Joe's brand from Amazon. I recommend you do that. It'll cost a couple of dollars more to get it from Amazon, but you need it. Comes in a little canister. It has 630 servings in there. So just a little speck of this goes a long way, and it will not affect your fast time. So then you can still have your coffee. I also recommend organic coffee. Coffee is full of chemicals. We're not only going to be fasting, we're going to be cleaning up our system. We're going to be cleaning up our colon, cleaning up our liver. We're going to be doing all the things to become healthier. You're going to see with fasting that you begin to shrink up in inches before you really even start losing a lot of weight. But the main thing is you're not starving yourself. You want to eat, and you want a lot of good nutrition. All right, that's all for day 000 for you. Welcome. You are in the right place. This is going to be so great for you. I cannot wait until Monday to kick this off, and I'll be live right here in this group sometime on Monday. And if you go into the group that you're in right now watching me, go up to the top and click the little, it's either a gear or a little armor or something like that, depending on what phone you have in your on your Facebook app. And click that and turn on notifications. It'll have notifications or somewhere in your settings on there, and just turn on all notifications. That way, every day, even if you can't watch when I'm live, it'll send you a little alert, a notification. It'll say Dana's live in this 66-day challenge group. That way you'll know I'm in there. You can watch live with me if you want to and comment as I'm talking, or you can just check it out later and watch it through later, because I will do it live and then I will post it, and then you can watch it as a replay. All right, I don't think I've left anything out, but I have so much to cover with you. Oh my gosh, the next 66 days is going to be packed full of information. You're going to be a pro when we're finished. And again, welcome aboard. Let's get going. Go get all your stuff and be ready for Monday. Hey, in the meantime, go check out some of my YouTube videos. Lots of food preparation, coaching tips, and more. And don't forget to subscribe and like each one and leave comments.